So, welcome to the is are the intermediate devotees all come now? Not yet. I think who's Soumya and Mayuresh is missing. Okay, well, the time is up now. Let's start now. Okay, so welcome to all of you. Today we start. It's an important day for us and for all of you because on today now we are starting the Nectar of Instruction. It is an intermediate program. So I'll give you some basic information about what we do and how we do this, etc. So when we started this program, my initiation took place, and when this initiation happened, Maharaj, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev, had instructed me as to what to how to preach, what to do. Because we used to do preaching program before our initiation, for about 6 months before, by the extreme goddess mercy of Shri Radha Krishna, Maharaj accepted us as a disciple. And it was one of the reasons why Maharaj accepted us, seeing this. So, um, so I'm doing few things at the time, right? At the time, Maharaj said to me that you, first of all, when new people come in, teach them the basic small books of Srila Prabhupada, and then slowly introduce them to the Nectar of Instruction, Sri Upanishad, and Bhagavad Gita, and so forth. So since then, since 2002, we've been doing this. We have had many levels of devotees, and as I've written that now we have come to the stage by the excellent Goddess mercy of Guru Maharaj that our devotees are trained up, are training. So it's not that about you learn, you gain knowledge, and you teach. Gaining knowledge is material. Spiritual is when you realize it. That's when you require guidance. Nectar of Instruction is called Sri Upadeshamruta. Upadesh means instruction. It's not a request. It's instruction. Remember, this is the most important thing. Now it's a level step up. Can we please have the intermediate level devotees to show their faces? Others cannot show, that's fine. But at least those students should show their faces, please. All right. So it's a level up from the beginners program. Although in beginners program we expose you um, reluctantly also to senior classes also. Earlier we used to not do this. Now we're doing it. So you got few concepts. Um, Now from now onwards things will fall into place in a structured way. So in Vrindavan, in Vrajabhumi, there's a very beautiful transcendental place called Kadamba. So it's a place of Kadamba trees, which are all not crooked, not straight, but teras. So it is said that in Krishna doesn't walk straight. Krishna doesn't talk straight. So in this place, Krishna would go um, with his boyfriends, the Gopas, and they would have their place where every day they would have their picnic, in the sense, have their lunch together. And this is the place where there are small trees of Kadamba trees, Teri Kadamba, and small trees, Kadamba are separate, sorry, excuse me. And there they would hang their tiffins, their potlis. They would have their meal. There is the place where Srila Rupa Goswami sat and wrote this Nectar of Instruction, and so also Nectar of Devotion. One day, if Krishna is kind, Srila Guru and Srila Prabhupada are kind, then we can go there, all of us together, and relish the pastimes. So, this is where we come to the stage where we will be introduced to our Sampradaya, the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, headed by Srila Rupa Goswami. And we will understand the steps and step by step understanding and learning of the loving dealings between Radha and Krishna. It will not be that easy, it is not revealed that easily. One will get knowledge of this step by step by first understanding the do's and don'ts, what to do, what not to do, what is allowed, what is not allowed, full black and white. If any new people would come and we introduce them this is how it is, allowed, not allowed, acceptable, not acceptable, they'll go away, they'll run away. That's why we have got this honeymoon period of 2 years where we settle down, have them nicely, you know, with some bit of fun, some philosophy. But now it is different. Now it is very different. Now these are called codes, CODES, codes of Krishna consciousness, Krishna Bhakti. And these codes are to be understood. Many of them may not be applicable to us right now. Like from the very first verse of Nectar of Instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami instructs the qualification of a guru. Now you will say, qualification of a guru? First step, we are students. So the thing is this, that anyone who's a student, whereas one is born as a Brahman, one born as a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, man, woman, as long as they are living human beings, they all are qualified to learn and have this knowledge of going back to Godhead. Nobody is disqualified from doing this. Vaishnavas are very, very rare. Very, very rare. And this has to be understood in a particular disciplic succession way. And if we or any preacher compromises on this, then either they are saying two things. Either they are saying that I'm weak, the preacher is weak, that's why they're compromising, just to keep everybody happy. Or second is this, that it's easygoing, they water down things. For many years, people have been telling me that Ambrish is very strict, I don't care. I said, if I lower my bar, we'll have thousands of people coming in, but what is the use? We'll all have circus going on around, We don't want circus. We want devotees. This was spotted by His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj about me. So Maharaj said that the program which is conducted by Ambrish and his family, they are very strict, they're very thorough, they do things thoroughly, which is quite different to an ISKCON, even Rajkot temple. So you can't mix these two. They'll become suffocated here, and these guys will become suffocated there, because everything is going, everything is okay, It's easy going. Here it is not. Now this is how it is to be done. And that stayed with Maharaj. And Maharaj instructed this to my senior God brothers who understood what Maharaj was saying, and they always say strict, they will thoroughly teach. And those who are even here in Auckland and New Zealand and around the world, whoever knows us, preaching is that those who understand, who will follow them, you'll get full knowledge, but in a very step-by-step manner. They are very like this. And people misunderstand, they call me names, but this is past. Those people who call me names are probably older devotees. They thought, so many of them said, you'll be finished, your program will not last. This was 19 years ago. And we are still holding. It is not the credit of me, it is the blessings of Srila Gurudev, where we are very detached. Everything that we need to be doing to serve a Vaishnava on the path, thorough, we have done it so far. If we are preaching, then we are opening up ourselves to big difficulties, because something may go wrong. Some lust may come inside us and people follow us. We may teach something wrong, and the whole thing that we have gained will be destroyed. Spiritual progress. So we talk amongst my wife, my family, my wife, my son. I said, why do we do it then? If we are sorted, that's it. Just if we continue what we're doing quietly. Why is preaching, this expansion, all those things, it's a headache. People's moods are different. Even those who are with you, they think differently. So many things constantly going on up and down. And one mistake, everything is gone. In bhakti, it is very important to understand knowledge and disciplic succession. That is the reason why our preaching methods are quite different. We are very different. I thought a great deal about how we are going to expand. And we came to this conclusion. I came to this conclusion and I told this to devotees, and they were quite, it took them time to understand this point, that now we have taught you about 8, 10 years, at least 12 years. Now you preach as we have taught you. It's freedom. We are here to guide you, to give you the freedom to do it. Just give some credit after Prabhupada to Guru Maharaj, to the process which you have learned. That's it. Because if then they are honest, then they will teach exactly as they have learned. If they are not, then they will face the trouble. Our job is done. So it's a very cunning plan I've done. This is how we're going to expand. So if they teach you, the new people, and if you are trained properly as per what we have told them, first, the royal road for success is there. But if something they add, subtract, ego comes or something comes, then it is theirs also, yours also, your dollar also finished. So these codes of Krishna consciousness is very important. The do's and don'ts, the nectar of instruction. Maharaj would say, Ambarish, you must always carry these books with you. Wherever you're traveling, pitching and all, you must keep this book with me. Now, of course, everything is online and all. So I remember one day I would go with Maharaj to listen to Maharaj's class, and I would carry my whole suitcase. I should carry, trolley sort of thing. In the morning, Mangalarati, after that, morning Bhagavatam, I would carry this, open it, put my tripod, it's system, I would go with this. And Maharaj was sitting there, I put my tripod there, camera here, this, I open my book, my notebook, pen, pencil, nectar of instruction, open. Maharaj would see this in the class. One day Maharaj said, very good, you're doing this. You're keeping these books with you. So funny. Even at the end, on the last days of Maharaj's disappearance, I was bowing down and all these books were with me. All the same trolley, and it fell open on the lotus feet of Maharaj. Now I was clearing all those things. So this book is very important. It may sound very simplistic, nectar of instruction in the beginning, but this is where I see, my wife and my son sees the vision of expansion. There'll be the time for one organization when everybody comes to one place, physical place, is over. People don't have time, and COVID has got multiple and deep-rooted psychological and mental problems in people, and financial problems are going to come now. We're just about to start financial difficulties in the world. So we have to reach them. And how do we reach them? Is like this. You train, it takes time, 10 years, 12 years. Once they know thoroughly, then your tutors will say, because we have told them, your tutors, now you go and preach. Not before that. We never told them before that. No matter how many they were pushing me to, can I do? I said, no, not now. Similarly, they'll do the same. And as long as you are teaching the same mood of Krishna consciousness as taught by Srila Prabhupada, as for the mode of Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj in Hare Krishna WECAN, as we have taught you, my family, and then your teachers, you are safe. You must know this point. Now, the Sampradaya, the 6 Goswamis were of Vrindavan, were the initial disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the standards they have set is what the whole world needs to follow. The moment we water down this, we are not going to be happy. It will not help us. We will not be successful in a devotional service. I can tell you this. This is so many times we must have discussed this nectar of instruction with new batch, so many times. So it's a very beautiful book, small book. It can become dry, but as you know, It doesn't need to be dry. We bring some spice in it, to keep it interactive. Now, your tutors would be His Grace Shital Prabhu, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhu. They both have been studying with us for some time. And my only request to you as students would be this, that look at the quality what with this they teach. They are also learning. They have not become experts. I am also learning. I have not become expert. I learn as I go. That doesn't mean you can start doing things yourself. No, no, no. They've been told, so they're doing it. They've gone through the basic process. So you, all of you, may have had the opportunity of going to schools with nice uniform, with a water bottle tucked away, and black shoes, and walking tuk tuk tuk, and sitting in a classroom with a bench. Good morning, teacher. When the teacher will come and thank you, teacher, you sit down. All these things are going on with a pencil, rubber, and all this bag with got everything in it. With compass and homework book and so many things. They went to school sitting under a tree. There was their school. They sat on benches when probably they went to graduation level. Till the time there was no bench. They were on the fields where you were enjoying yourself with swings and all those things, in your playground. They were jumping up on the trees and picking up fruits. I can tell you they were better off than all of us. I was the same. Good morning, teacher, same way, but they are much better than me and all of us. So, and some of them you'll find that graduation was not even in English language. They learned English as they went in their jobs and with us in Hare Krishna WECAN. So my request to you would be that do not be too overwhelmed by grammatical errors and all those things. A true student always picks up the essence of everything. And that essence they have got because they're sincere. They may not have full information, full knowledge about everything, but they'll do their best. And we, my family, are very confident and are transcendently proud of what we have achieved through them. So they'll be your tutors. I am there. My wife, my son also will be there. We are also there will be with you. And Avinash will come as and when, because he's busy with his preaching. So he'll come when he can. No problem with him. But primarily, we'll be rotating amongst them too. So they will give a class, and then at some point in time, either every class, every verse, because some of the verses are big and small, either I'll do a revision or other things. Okay? So do not expect lollies being distributed to you now. That you can have lollies when you have our 7 o'clock program. You get lollies still there. But now it is no lollies. Lolly times are over. Is this okay? You ready for this? I want to hear a yes from all of you. No, don't nod me because we want to recording it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, fine. I told you. Up to you then. There'll be some of the devotees who have done this program before. They are joining us again. So we welcome them as well. And you'll be taught knowledge on a step-by-step basis. Okay, so I think with that should be good enough. I've yet to cover a few points, but I will do so in the due course of time. So I will now invite His Grace Sanjeev Prabhu to take us through the preface of Nectar of Instruction. Now, if you want to study this book, then now comes a bit of the tricky part, do's and don'ts here. So you can get any book, no problem, online, no problem, or you go for original books of Prabhupada, which we'll be giving it to you where you can find prabhupadbooks.com, or Prabhupada.io. Don't go on your own. Don't search it on your own. Do not Google on your own. You'll find there are plenty of plethora, and nothing is wrong. Everything is good. The thing is this, that everyone has got, they teach according to their people's abilities. So now you will find that we are now teaching you in classroom styles. Okay, some of them. Okay, I've left it to them. How they teach is up to them, and I'm going to be around. So you will learn. I'll give you the URL of those websites, and when you can yourself also study and prepare if you want to. Is that okay? Right. So Sanjeev Prabhu, can you please, I'll now invite you to start with the preface. You've got good time now. I think you've got still 20, 25, 23 minutes will be good enough. Hare Krishna. Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. And thank you, Amrish Prabhu, for a nice words, kind words, and nice introduction. First of all, I want to really thank His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Pun Prajna Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for tolerating me for so long, my shortcomings, and giving me the guidance and training by which I'm able to understand a little bit of and work on this path, and introduce me to Srila Prabhupada and his books. So I'm very grateful, Prabhu, for your guidance and training. So as Amrish Prabhu already given the introduction about the Nectar of Instruction. So this Nectar of Instruction is by Srila Rupa Goswami and translated by Srila Prabhupada. So what I'll do, I'll read the preface, and then I discuss 4 points out of preface, and then we can discuss more if you have any questions on those points. So it's not very big preface, it's just 1 page. I'll read it through. Preface. The Krishna consciousness movement is conducted under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas, or Bengali Vaishnavas, are mostly followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of whom the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan are direct disciples. Therefore, Srila Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Rupa Raghunath Pade Haibe Akuti Kaibe Hama Bhujaba Se Yugala Pariti. Means when I'm eager to understand the literature given by the Goswamis, then I shall be able to understand the transcendental loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in order to bestow upon human society the benediction of the science of Krishna. The most exalted of all the activities of Lord Krishna are his pastimes of conjugal love with the gopis. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani, the best of the gopis. Therefore, to understand the mission of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and follow in his footsteps, one must very seriously follow in the footsteps of 6 Goswamis: Sri Rupa, Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva, Gopala Bhatta, and Das Raghunath. Sri Rupa Goswami was the leader of all the Goswamis, and the guide our activities. He gave us this Updesamrit, the nectar of instruction, to follow. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left behind him the 8 verses known as Sikshashtaka, Rupa Goswami gave us Updesamrita, so that we may become pure Vaishnavas. In all spiritual affairs, one's first duty is to control his mind and senses. Unless one controls his mind and senses, one cannot make any advancement in spiritual life. Everyone within this material world is engrossed in the modes of passion and ignorance. One must promote himself to the platform of goodness, Sattva Guna, by following the instructions of Rupa Goswami. And then everything concerning how to make further progress will be revealed. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. A follower of Krishna consciousness movement should become a perfect Goswami. Vaishnavas are generally known as Goswamis. In Vrindavan, this is the title by which the director of each temple is known. One who wants to become a perfect devotee of Krishna must become a Goswami. Go means the senses and Swami means the master. Unless one controls his senses and mind, one cannot become a Goswami. To achieve the highest success in life by becoming a Goswami and then a pure devotee of the Lord, one must follow the instructions known as Updesamrita, which have been given by Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami has given many other books, such as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Vidgadha Madhava, and Lalita Madhava. By Updesamrita, but Updesamrita constitutes the first instructions for neophyte devotees. One should follow these instructions very strictly. Then it will be easier to make one's life successful. Hare Krishna. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, September 20th, 1975. Vishwaroop Mahotsav, Krishna Balaram Mandir, Ramanareti, Vrindavan, India. Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, Srila Prabhupada given this preface, so few points I want to discuss. So that is that this, as I already explained, and probably also given the introduction, that this book is by Srila Rupa Goswami and translated by Srila Prabhupada. And now we are getting introduced to Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy and parampara. So Srila Rupa Goswami is the leader of 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. And we will get to know about 6 Goswamis as we progress. And those few points that I want to discuss is, number 1 is Gaudiya Vaishnava or Bengali Vaishnava. So out of 4 authentic paramparas or disciplic successions, our disciplic succession is called Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya, Vaishnava, Sampradaya. So it means Brahma started from Brahma, Lord Brahma, and then Madhvacharya, who propagated Dvait philosophy. And it is belong to Gaudiya Desh. Gaudiya Desh means Bengal region. That's why it's called Gaudiya. And the second point is 6 Goswamis. So 6 Goswamis like Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. So these 6 Goswamis are direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and sent to Vrindavan to rejuvenate pastimes of Radha Krishna and write books on Vaishnava philosophies. Srila Rupa Goswami is the leader of 6 Goswamis. He gave this Updesamrita, the nectar of instruction, and we cannot progress on spiritual path unless we regulate our senses, and we control our mind. So that's why the word Goswami comes from, and Srila Prabhupada explained that Go means senses and Swami means master. So Srila Prabhupada said that we all have to become Goswamis in order to progress in spirituality and follow Srila Rupa Goswami instructions strictly. Now, because it's coming from Srila Rupa Goswami, the third point is that Rupa Nuga, because in our sampradaya, we devotees, we called Rupanugas. Rupanuga means the followers of Rupa Goswami. Yes, we are follower of Srila Prabhupada because Srila Prabhupada introduced the whole world this philosophy and translated. But Srila Rupa Goswami are the 6 Goswamis. They are direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Rupa Goswami is the leader, the head. So we are Rupanugas. Now, follower, what's the follower means? Follower means walking on the footsteps, footsteps of acharyas. So by extreme causeless mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we got this book and instructions in very simple and easy to understand language by which we can come to know how to control our senses, what is favorable and what is unfavorable to bhakti, and why we do it. So these, as Prabhuji said, these are the codes. So if we follow these codes very strictly, these are the do's and don'ts, So, and the last point is that step-by-step study. Now, Srila Prabhupada explained Anusharan and Anukaran. There are 2 words. So, following and imitating. So, we have to follow in the footsteps, means we have to study step by step. At, like, for example, at primary stage, we cannot understand PhD level study. Similarly, in spirituality also, systematic study of scriptures is very important. In Hare Krishna WECAN, we follow this system very strictly. That's why we have different programs like new devotee programs, intermediate programs, and serious devotee programs. So this system is very effective and make us humble also. Srila Prabhupada said that everything concerning to further progress will be revealed if we follow the instructions of Rupa Goswami. Now this word revealed is very important because we understand the knowledge on the basis of our qualification and purity. The more strictly we follow the instructions, more we get purified and more knowledge will be revealed to us. Like Srila Prabhupada gave the example of the modes of material nature works on us all the time. So by following these instructions strictly, we lift ourselves or purify ourselves into the mode of goodness. Because unless in the mode of goodness, we can't understand the ABC of bhakti. We have to come onto that platform to understand bhakti. Like the very practical example is like same Bhagavad Gita we read now and same Bhagavad Gita we read after systematic process. The understanding and realization will be different level, So in the end, I just want to discuss that we should be regular, like Nityam Bhagavata Seva says. So we regular in our studies and we'll be daily studying, the Srila Prabhupada books and prepare. There is a saying, miss a day, miss a lot. So this is the principle. Now this principle we can implement in our life, but important thing is the attitude, attitude of the follower. If we are sincere and genuine, our attitude is sincere and genuine, we will be successful and we'll get mercy of disciplic succession. Obviously we have deep-rooted habits and all shortcomings, but sincere effort is needed. So this is all the points that I prepare for this preface that I can think of, that these 4 points are very important. It will give us a little bit introduction and how we approach this book. Now, if any question or any comment and you have regarding these points or regarding this preface, you may ask now. So
Just one thing I wanted to share this. Thank you very much, Sanjeev Prabhu. It was very nice. You covered this. That this Yugala Piriti, the loving affairs between Radha Krishna, are very confidential. So, in Srila Prabhupada's teaching mode is that not to expose new neophyte devotees into these things. Because Prabhupada were teaching to so many people who are hippies. We are also same way. So at the same time, you'll find that in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, ISKCON is one of them. There's so many other Gaudiya Math and Chaitanya Math, Chaitanya Saraswat Math, many of them, plenty of them. So they also study the same book, Rupa Goswami. And many of them, they follow Srila Prabhupada's translations also. But at the same time, they reveal some information they understand in a particular different way. So that may cause some amount of misunderstanding or friction amongst different teams or organizations within Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Our position is such that we do not fight with anyone on this. We've got friendship with Gaudiya Math people, Chaitanya Saraswati Math people, because although they may say at times that you ISKCON people, you do not go too deep, to this thing very fast and all those things, which is okay. That's all right. We get there. And at the same time, it depends upon the inclination, as Sanjay Prabhu mentioned, the attitude of the student. And otherwise, we may remember certain verses, but we will not be able to pick up the deeper meaning of it. Okay, I just wanted to say this before you can ask the questions. You've got 5-7 minutes to go before we close this discussion. Thank you. If you want to say anything or ask any questions, Hare Krishna.
seems like everyone is happy with those points and understood well. So I just want to give a little bit, discuss a little bit more that the first verse, how we're going to do it. Like in the first verse, I will do in two parts, part 1 and part 2, like in 2 sessions. And
let us discuss this. We'll do it tomorrow, next week time only.
Next week, okay, bro. All right.
All right, I'm giving this in this particular. Yeah, this is the link. You can have this link in your chat. I've given you. All right, just copy this link and you can follow this process. Okay. All right. All right. Now, very quickly, I'll quickly go through the question answers there, which you've given. And what you've said, what you've done is up to you. You know the answers, what you've given. I'm just trying to now locate the question paper. Okay, hold on. So we can kill question answers there. Right. Okay, so who's Krishna? He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Alright? So whatever answer you keep answers ready. Don't think, otherwise you will say your answers will be different. I'm telling you. Keep your answers open in front of you, what answers you've given us. Alright. Who's Radha? Radha is the first expansion. It's a pleasure giving potency of Krishna. Okay? That which gives pleasure to Krishna is Radharani. So technically they are not different, but still they are different. What is Krishna consciousness? Alright, I break it down. I like to break down things. We can write the whole book on this, alright? So Krishna consciousness is a process by which one understands that he is not his body, he is a spirit soul. Second, as spirit soul, he is part and parcel of God or Krishna. As part and parcel of God or Krishna, his only business is to love him. And fourth, the process of loving him, reviving this lost relationship, is Krishna consciousness. Simple 4 points here. All answers are right answers. Don't get me wrong. But I like this. A person who can systematically put it means you understood it very well. This is Krishna consciousness. What is the full name of Srila Prabhupada? His Divine Grace. Abhay Charanara Vinda. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Alright? What have you written? Now you know. What is the disciplic succession? What is the name of Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj? Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa. Ashtottar 108. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami, Srila Prabhupada. What is the disciplic succession called? Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava Sampradaya. Then is Krishna consciousness beneficial to the society at large? How? So it is a broad-based question, it's not specific. So now, are Vaishnava people vegetarian or vegan? We are neither vegetarian, we are not vegan. Both are bogus. We are Krishnatarians. So we accept as mercy not only food but everything. We first offer to Krishna and we accept it. That's it. Simple. No complications. As one of my office friend would say, it is best. I said, yeah, we offer to Krishna, we take it. This is best. I said, yes, this is best. No complications. So we are what? Krishnatarians. Okay. Right. Give one thing that you have, okay, that is broad-based question, beginner's program, benefited from this. How could you service? Okay, what is Krishna? What is Krishna's form in this iron age of quarrel? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, he appears as his holy name too. Yeah, but there is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, okay, why onion, garlic, and mushrooms to be avoided preparation of bhoga? Very tamasic, it's broad-based, but still it's tamasic, a lot of heavy. What is gross body made up of? 5. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. What is subtle body made up of? What is subtle body? It is subtle. Made up of what? Mind, intelligence, and ego. What is soul made up of? Sat, Chit, Ananda. Eternity, knowledge, and bliss. What is the name of the spiritual world? Vaikuntha. What is the name of Krishna's personal abode? Sri Golok Vrindavan. How many rounds of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is stipulated by Srila Prabhupada every day on a japa beads? It is not 16. It is minimum 16. So answer is Minimum 16. If you put 16, that means you want to achieve it and done. I'm done. I can do whatever I want to do. But minimum means all right, I have to go further now. Hare Krishna. Okay? All done? These are your question answers. You know what you've written and what you've not written. So all goodies. Anything, want to say anything before we finish today's class? So everything what we have discussed is recorded on YouTube, and it is we have given a what do you call it, a channel. It is under the what do you say, category of intermediate level program. So the playlist is intermediate level program. Okay. Hare Krishna. So with this, we conclude our first session, and every week will be just 45-50 minutes maximum. And we wish you all the success. We are transcendently very proud of our tutors, of all our students, and all of you. And we do not know how much hopes we have. This legacy will continue. Now I wanted to ask you one question in one intermediate level. What is the motto of Hare Krishna WECAN? Yes, Divanshi.
Give Krishna a chance.
Okay, very good. That is our motto, to give Krishna a chance. What is the mission statement of Hare Krishna WECAN?
Together we can.
No? What is the mission statement? You don't know, huh? When you're studying from us, you should know what is the mission statement. Only if you align with this mission statement, then you can progress further.
Building, I'm not sure of the words, but I just heard you say this once, that you're making preachers for the future, but I'm not sure.
Why don't you go to our website? How many of you have gone to our website? Yeah, just see, open the website. First page, the screaming mission statement. Read it now. Who to read? Yes, Divyanshi.
Under the auspice and careful guidance of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, to undertake systematic study of the science of Krishna consciousness as taught by Jagadguru, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya ISKCON, and to share our practical realizations with as many living beings as possible, so as to purify our existence.
That's it. This is our mission statement. You know our motto, which is very good, give Krishna a chance. This is a mission. Always remember this. Now, do you agree with this mission statement? Only then we can have the same mission. If you have a different mission, then you are not in the right place. You need a different mission, right? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Anyone want to say anything before we finish today's class now? Okay. Hare Krishna. So we'll disconnect our YouTube channel now and start back in 5 minutes. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shishanitai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much, Sanjeev Prabhu, Sita Prabhu. Hare Krishna.